Sheriff Woody, he's done been shot. Wait a darn trick minute. Golly, he's as dead as a doorpost.
Extra! Extra! Read all about it. Sheriff Woody's gone to his just reward.
He sure done bought the farm.
Another one bites the dust.
Well, he sure enough died with his boots on.
That's one surefire way not to stub your toe when you kick the bucket.
And now he's heading for that last roundup in the sky.
Enough of this jibber-jabber and sentimentality. It's positively nauseating. Well, I hope you realize it wasn't my fault. It was that there Robin the Hood that turned the sheriff into Deadwood.
Are you deranged? I sure as shooting did not draw first blood. It was you. You lying, cheating, no good sidewinder.
Well, I'm taking you both in for questioning. You can cool your heels while in the jail cell for all I care.
No, Robin! I gotta get word right away to the rest of his gang.
Howdy, partners, it's me, Ricochet Dawson. Yeehaw! Breaking news, friends and neighbors. The day of reckoning is upon us here in Desperation. We now go live via kinetoscope to our roving investigative reporter, Laura Ingalls, for a groundbreaking exclusive update on what promises to be the trial of the century. Are you there, Lauren?
I'm standing here, Rick, just outside the Desperation CDC, County District Courthouse, that is, where several high-profile local celebrities and witnesses are slated to appear tonight. The stories you are about to hear are true, only the names have been changed to protect the innocent. Let's head on inside for the opening case.
Hear ye, the highly esteemed Circuit District Court of this here state of misery we're living in, presided over by Her Eminence, the Right Honorable Judge Judy Shineland. Night Court is now in session. All rise.
All right. Be seated already, will ya? Let's get a move on. I got a splitting headache. I want to clear up the backlog on the docket tonight in this godforsaken one-horse town. Call the first case, Zeke.
In the Wild West criminal justice system, our legendary characters are represented by two separate yet equally important groups. The FBI, Federal Bureau of Investigation, who deal with crime in the Wild West, and the FCC, Federal Circuit Court System, who prosecute these legendary offenders. In this here state of misery we are living in, the dedicated sheriffs and deputies who investigate these crimes are members of an elite squad known as the Wild West Unit. These are their stories.
People versus William H. Bonney. Accused stands charged with multiple counts of cattle rustling, horse thievery, and 21 counts of murder in the first degree.
So how do you plead, Clyde?
Vincent Gambino for the defense, Your Honor. My client here is also known as Billy the Kid. We'd like to enter a plea of not guilty.
Glenn Eastwood for the prosecution, Your Honor. State calls for immediate extradition to New York and remand to the Tombs until trial date has been set.
Motion approved.
No news is good news, I reckon.
The People versus Martha Jane Canary, aka Calamity Jane. Accused stands charged with public mischief, drunken disorderly, and slander.
Sing, Canary. I haven't got all night here.
Not guilty, Your Honor.
State recommends 1 year probation and 100 hours of community service at Miss Kitty's School for Wayward Girls.
No! Anything but that, Your Honor!
Me judge, you Jane. Now get out of here before I show you the real meaning of the word calamity. Now get! Next.
People versus Robert Leroy Parker, aka Butch Cassidy. Accused stands charged with multiple counts of horse and cattle rustling and highway robbery.
Not you again, Hopalong. This is the second time this month. How do you plead?
Not guilty, Your Honor. It was all a misunderstanding. I even got an alibi.
I suppose you're going to say it was a case of mistaken identity and that it was all Sundance's fault, right? Snap out of it. This ain't my first rodeo, you know? You are hereby sentenced to 6 months hard labor. Next.
People versus Myra Maribel Stark. Accused stands charged with multiple counts of horse and cattle rustling, aiding and abetting, and harboring a fugitive.
How do you plead, Ellie Mae?
It's just plain bail, Your Honor. Guilty as charged. They don't call me the Bandit Queen for nothing.
State recommends immediate incarceration in county lockup pending trial.
Motion carried. Oh, my neck is killing me. Next.
The People versus Jesse James. Accused stands charged with multiple counts of stagecoach, bank, and train robbery, aggravated assault, and murder in the first degree.
How do you plead, Jesse J?
My client is innocent, Your Honor.
Yeah, I was framed, and those folks, well, they had it coming on account of they was looking at me the wrong way.
State calls for death by execution.
Please, Your Honor. My client has a wife and 4 kids. Why, he even served during the Civil War. I think a little leniency is in order.
Oh, you do you, Perry Mason? Well, we'll give your client a fair trial, followed by a first-class hanging. Zeke, I mean bailiff, approach the bench and deliver my ruling.
It's the order of this here, not court, that you, the accused, one Jesse Woodson James, shall be took to the nearest tree and hung by the neck till you're dead.
Now that there is the shortest sentence possible. Lenient enough for you? They don't call me the hanging judge for nothing, you know? Next.
The People versus Elvira Gulch. Accused stands charged with dog napping, intimidation, and animal cruelty.
Elvira B. Gulch. And that's Miss Gulch. I ain't never been married.
Where exactly do you hail from?
Why, Wichita, Kansas, of course.
Where were you on the afternoon in question? April 18th, 1880.
Well, I was minding my own business, tending my garden, when along comes this mangy mutt.
What time was it exactly when this occurred?
Why, 2:30 if memory serves. That dog chased my poor cat Eureka. And then it bit me and I fell and chipped my tooth something fierce.
Interesting. We have a sworn affidavit here from a Miss Dorothy Gale, which states that you apparently hit Toto, the aforementioned dog in question, with a rake, and took said dog by force and threatened to destroy him forthwith. Care to comment, Miss Gulch?
Objection. Badgering the witness.
What's your name again?
It's Minnie. I mean, Vincent Gambino, attorney for the defense. Your Grace.
In my court, you will address me by Your Honor.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor. Could I do Your Royal Highness?
Enough already! Quit horsing around here. One more childish remark like that, Mr. Gambino, and I'll hold you in contempt.
Sheesh, that's one tough nut.
Objection overruled. Witness will answer the question.
The God's honest truth, Your Honor, is I'm a taxpayer and law-abiding, God-fearing citizen in these here parts, and that dog over yonder, he trespassed over my property and trampled over my prize Annabelle Hydrangeas!
Please, Your Honor, Toto wouldn't hurt a flea. She's lying. You wicked old witch.
Enough with all these hysterics. No need to proceed any further. I've made my determination. I find the accused, Elvira Gulch, guilty of all charges.
State calls for immediate remand to the county jail, pending sentencing for her crimes against the animal kingdom.
I'll get you, my purty. And that mangy little dog of yours, too, if it's the last thing I do.
Oi! Cool down there, hot sauce. Motion granted. Next.
We got the People versus Harry DeWolfe, accused stands judge with multiple counts of fraud, money laundering, misrepresentation, other unscrupulous business practices.
How plead you?
Ask me no questions and I'll tell you no lies. Not guilty, Your Honor.
We have sworn testimony and victim impact statements from several witnesses to the contrary, Your Honor. State calls Miss Laura Ingalls.
Hey, put your hand on this here Bible, please. Do you swear that the evidence you shall give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I swear. This man here foreclosed on our little house on the prairie, seized our land, and forced me, my ma and pa, Mary, Carrie, and Grace out on the street. We're right destitute, and pa even had to swear a pauper's oath. We're seeking righteousness, not revenge.
State recognizes Miss Scarlett Hood.
That's Willie Scarlett O'Hara Nelson, but most folks just call me Red. Your Honor, this here lone arranger ate my granny out of house and home, literally, and even tried to impersonate her.
I did no such thing, Your Honor. Why, I've never even met this woman before.
Howdy! May I speak my mind, Your Honor? The name's Minnie Pearl from Minnie's Haberdashery. This hateful man, he foreclosed on my business.
Your Honor, I'm Miss Mona Stangley. I'm a respectable businesswoman over to the chicken ranch. And this here varmint, why, he up and locked the doors. And I will always hate you.
Your Honor, these women are clearly deranged. I merely tried to give them a new lease on life.
Annie Oakley, Your Honor. This here excuse for a man, he up and wed my one and only sister, Carrie Oakley, and made her his personal slave, performing in bars and saloons, singing all across the Wild West. And for what? So as he could make a fast buck or two? The only blessing in this whole situation is that countless bars across these here United States is dedicated to Carrie Oakley. Karaoke. God rest her soul.
Objection, Your Honor. Relevance?
Objection overruled. Please, continue, Annie, my dear.
Gee whiskers, thank you, Your Honor. That whole ordeal was plain awful. Some folks say you never fully dress without a smile, and the sun will come out tomorrow. Well, DeWolfe, You low-down, leaping lizard. I got my eye on you, and you ain't never gonna see the light of day if I have anything to say about it. So you best smile, for I shoot you here with this silver bullet right between the eyes, you wolf in sheep's clothing.
Thank you for that testimony, Miss Oakley. Now then, put down that rifle. This is a court of law, not Buffalo Bill's Wild West show. I mean, come on now, what is this? Feeding time at the zoo?
These claimants are all part of a class action suit, seeking damages for pain and suffering and relocation expenses.
You slimy, bottom-dwelling scum-sucker. A wise man once told me to keep skunks and liars. I mean lawyers. Like you at a distance.
State calls for immediate incarceration and damages to be paid forthwith.
Motion carried. Case dismissed. Next.
Oh, curses! Foiled again.
Ike Vault. Must be another full moon out there tonight. I feel another migraine coming on.
Your Honor, this here's our last case tonight. The State versus Robin the Hood. Accused stand charged with public mischief, card hustling, robbery, and second-degree murder.
How do you plead, you hoodlum?
Not guilty, Your Honor. I've chosen to represent myself here today.
Proceed then, Mr. the Hood. Call your first witness.
I call Harry DeWolfe, the lone arranger, to the stand.
I caution you, DeWolfe. You're still under oath, remember.
But of course.
Mr. DeWolfe, is it true that some years ago you entered into an agreement with the Godfather, one Don Geppetto, who is present here tonight in this courtroom?
Don't answer that. Your Honor, I'd like a moment to confer with my client.
All right already. Hurry it up. I haven't got all night here.
Mr. DeWolfe, is it true that you entered into an agreement with the Godfather?
I plead the fifth.
Your Honor, I'd like to enter into evidence Exhibit A. This here smoking gun from the showdown yesterday at high noon. My ballistics expert has confirmed that it was the weapon used in the fatal shooting of Sheriff Woody. Mr. DeWolfe, was Sheriff Woody your intended target?
I refuse to answer on the grounds that it may incriminate me.
Your Honor, if the court allows, may I rephrase?
Okay, Matlock. Let's speed things along. I haven't got all night here.
Mr. DeWolfe, did you or did you not aim to shoot our beloved Sheriff Woody?
I never meant anyone no harm, Your Honor. I had no choice.
Objection, Your Honor. Badgering the witness.
I was made an offer I just couldn't refuse, you know?
Imbecille, che così fai?
Order in the court. Sit down immediately or I'll hold you in contempt of court. In my court, you will keep an open mind and a closed mouth. Capiche? Objection overruled.
Voglio scusarmi, vostro onore.
No further questions, Your Honor. I'll rest my case.
Blint, I mean Mr. Eastwood. Please proceed with the state's case.
By all means, ma'am. Your Honor, that is.
State calls Robin the Hood to the stand. Swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do.
State your full name for the court.
Christopher Martin Robin. Some folks call me Chris Martin. Marty Robin, or just plain Robin, Your Honor.
Yesterday, at high noon, did you shoot in cold blood one Sheriff Woody Pine?
No, sir, I did not.
How do you account for the numerous stagecoach, bank, train robberies, and other such goings-on in the past few weeks?
If I can speak freely, Your Honor, I believe in a very simple way of life. Robbing from the rich and giving to the poor.
Please explain for the court what you mean exactly by that turn of phrase.
Every man, woman, and child deserves the right to human dignity, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
You may step down, Mr. Hood. Your next witness, Marshal.
The state calls the godmother to the stand. Coming up, your godmother, you can put your hand on this here Bible for me. Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Please hurry it up.
I do.
State your full name for the record, ma'am. And remember, you're under oath.
My name is Dolly Parton Geppetto.
Hello, Dolly. It's so nice to have you. What are you doing here? I had told you.
And I told you that I will always love you. Donny, why would you do that to our son? You should have listened to me when I told you that Sheriff Woody would turn back into wood when the clock struck 12 if he didn't mend his ways and stop all that lying.
It's no word of a lie. I sure enough got something to confess.